Hi, welcome to Timeout with Yhunix. My name is Yhunix, and I'm sure you're having an awesome time wherever you are watching me right now. Of course, it's a wonderful and an amazing day, and a day filled with work. And I would always tell you, work is part of life. And today we have a very wonderful and an amazing young man in our midst. He's a producer, he's into music and all that, and he's an entrepreneur. Today, of course, we're going to a very short break, and when we get back, I'll get ready to introduce him. Stay tuned. You're welcome back from the break, and of course, it's Timeout with Yhunix, and my name is Yhunix. And we have an amazing producer that has really made a name in the whole world. And I have with me DonSeth. Wow, that name sounds like Don. You're welcome. Thank you, sir, for being here. Could you please tell us your full name?
Okay. My name is Yhunix Seth, professionally known as DonSeth.
Wow, DonSeth. Okay, could you tell us about yourself?
Okay, about myself. There are so many parts of me, so it depends on the parts that you want me to talk about. But DonSeth is just a normal gentleman that believes in excellence. That is just me.
Okay, about yourself, just tell us where you're from. You know, people would always say, I'm from this, and I've done this, and I've done that, and you know, this is just me, and I don't want to.
Like I said earlier on, my name is Yhunix Seth. I'm from Abia State in Nigeria. So I'm a music producer, then a music entrepreneur, or a music businessman, and also I'm an activist. I'm a believer. I believe in good governance. So, what else?
That's just basically. Yeah, that's basically that. But I know that when you said you're from Abia State, and somebody would like to know where from Abia State. Like I'd love to ask where.
Okay. I'm from Uzakoli in Ben, the local government area of Abia State, Nigeria.
Wow. Okay, could you at least tell us how you started?
That is a long story, but I will try as much as possible to make it short. I started my music career from primary school. That is officially. I was born into a music family. My dad used to be a musician back then. He used to play with Abia State, then Voice of the Cross, and he used to be in the choir and all the rest of them. So he plays the guitar. So music wasn't something new to me. So I ventured into music professionally when I was in primary 5. I started as a drummer back then. Then we used to play in a local church. And as a drummer, it was so bad. I was too tender then that if I sit down on the drum to play, you will not even be, you find it difficult to see me. So they need to adjust the seat and readjust. But when you hear the sound that comes out of the drum, you'll be looking for the person. So I played drums for quite some time, about 5 years. I got to the stage that I play in studio as a session drummer. Then from there, I started playing the guitar. So I played the guitar for close to 5 years. So I'm a multi-instrumentalist. I play virtually all the musical instruments. So from there, we joined the band, and then we started growing, joined the choir once in a while, play in the club, then play commercially, play in the studio. From there, I ventured into music marketing. So I marketed music for over 5 years. Wow. Then before I now ventured into music production. So I started pursuing it as a career. So from there, we now ventured into so many things to this point that it's a very long story, but I just have to cut it short.
Wow, that's awesome. Okay, when you said something about music business, music entrepreneur, what do you mean by that? Is it like you're producing music as business? You're not doing it as a passion. You're not doing it as something you want to do. You're just doing it as business.
Okay. Music as a passion is also a business. So our work is to harness your passion, then find a way to make your passion pay you, because the essence of solving a problem is to get a reward. So our work is to make sure that your passion, your talent pays you, because you find out that most times, most talented people without direction, they tend to die empty. Yeah. They tend to die broke. So our work is to make sure that we harness your passion and convert it to skill. You know, people don't pay for talents, they pay for skill. So everybody is talented, including my mother. She can sing while cooking in the kitchen. So our work is to bring it from that talent level, bring it to a skill and put a price on it. So thereby making you earn a living via doing what you love to do.
Okay, what you're trying to say now is that when you have a passion, if you don't convert it into a business, you'll be broke. Exactly. So no matter the kind of passion you have, if you don't add a skill to it, you'll break. Because actually people pay you for your skill. People don't pay you for your passion. You can love music and all that.
It's true. And people don't just pay you. People don't pay you in isolation. They pay you the perceived value. Yeah. Do you understand? Somebody that pays you 100,000, in his mind, he knows that you're worth 100,000. You don't just wake up in the morning and start asking people to pay you 1 million. They know your worth. So they pay you for your worth.
Well, that's awesome. Okay, what led you into organizing One Mic, the big One Mic?
It's a long story too, but I'll cut it short. I've been doing music business in the southeast for a very long time, Abia precisely, and I've taken my time to study the industry. So I realized that there are a lot of talents here in the southeast, but there's this trend that talented people, once they get to a particular level, it seems like they will lose steam. All of a sudden they will fed up. They will not be able to harness their potentials. So at the point it became worrisome to me. So we started brainstorming on how to give a level playing ground and to provide a platform for artists and musicians within the southeast states of Nigeria. Okay. So to help them harness their talent and maximize their potentials just like the people in the West. So we started consulting. I got the vision over 9 years ago. So we've been working on the paperwork. Initially when we started it, we tried so many times to do it, but due to lack of funds and I believe that we didn't have the capacity to do it then. So, but we kept working, doing the paperwork till last year when we felt that we've been able to grow to a particular level. Then we now kicked it off. Okay. That was how it all started. It is the passion to create platforms to the people who doesn't have platforms that brought us to.
Okay, you know what it's like working with people who don't really understand what you're seeing or what you're driving at, and organizing one mic in this part of the world. I want to ask, what was it like, you know, trying to pull people together, trying to exhibit what you had in mind, you know, trying to explain to somebody, this is what I want you to do. What was it like pulling through?
Raising the team was one of the hardest part of the whole thing, because to me, having a vision is not enough, but communicating your vision effectively is where the main work is. As a matter of fact, we had over 150 team members in one mic. We had people in security, protocol, medical, and a whole lot. We had so many team ushers and media, technical, and a whole lot of them. So gathering people was one of the toughest part of it. We gathered a whole lot of people. We communicated the vision. Like, you know, in this part of the world, people are, afterward, they will get immediate gratification. So we communicated the vision. A lot of people were excited, but along the way, some people stepped aside because it's not easy. You are not paying them. The program ran for over 3 months, so it's not easy sustaining this team. So, but we were able to mobilize them. But I believe that communicating the vision effectively was the magic. So we were able to communicate to them, and they understood the vision. So that was why they were dedicated, and the event became a success.
Okay, so what was the most thriving times?
Okay, almost every moment was trying. The major challenge that we had was finance, because no matter how big you think you are, there is a point where goodwill stops. There's a point when you have to spend money, and money we are talking about is not, it ran into six figures, so it's not beans. And you know, there are no much what do you call it, multinationals and private companies around. Even the people around here, they don't really understand. People around here, they believe in investing money and getting the return the next day. So they don't invest in goods that are not tangible. So this was one of the major challenge we had, but by the grace of God, we were able to maneuver.
Okay, by the grace of God, we were able to maneuver. We would like to know, I guess the audience would like to know, because a lot of people have been asking questions. How did they do it? You know, how did they manage to pull through? We would like to know, if you can be exact, how you were able to pull through.
One is that I believed in the vision. See, when you have a vision, it will be an error for your subordinate or the person helping you to achieve the vision to believe in the vision more than you. You should be the sole believer. You should be crazy about it. You should be passionate. So one, I believed it, and before we even started, we sat down and we did feasibility studies, and we took this thing. We were able to determine the negative and the positive outcome of it. We even asked ourselves, what would be the worst thing that will happen? Okay. We answered that question, and we saw that the worst thing wasn't that as bad as we feel it is. So we ventured into it. Another thing is planning. We took time to plan one mic. One mic wasn't planned in a year. Like as I told you, about 9 years ago, I had the letters I wrote to most corporate bodies. Most of them, when you get to they tell you that the guy is not around, even when you are seeing the guy. So, but I told myself, if everybody walk away, I will not let myself down. So, we started paperwork, and I discovered that there are some relationships that I needed. Do you understand? For me to be able to scale through. So I took my time. I took over 5 years nurturing most of those relationships intentionally. Do you understand? Because I know that I was going to need them in the future. And the person I was then, there was no way the person I was could have attracted them. I also went back to work on myself, on the areas of my life that I needed to be a principality to, and I needed to bring value to the table. Because nothing goes for nothing. There is no free meal anywhere. You have to bring a value. Even most of those rich men that you see, they have problems. Find a way to solve their problem. So we did a whole lot of things that are not physical. Do you understand? So these are some of the we had a lot of partnerships. We had a lot of what do you call it? Strategic alliance. So most of them, we took time to nurture the relationship. Most of them didn't give money. Most of them referred us to people that know the other person. So there were a lot of on-the-table work. But the major thing was that we had good relationship, because having somebody that you don't place on salary to work for over 3 months, most times 1 a.m. in the night, we are still working. Most times you have some people driving the streets of Abia by 2 a.m. It takes passion, it takes relationship, it takes commitment, it takes love. Do you understand? So these are relationship did the magic.
Okay.
In summary, relationship did the magic.
Okay. You saw it through, and you saw everything that happened. And could you tell us the positive impact it had in our nation?
It had a whole lot of positive impact, because within the period of the competition, we had a whole lot of youth coming together, engaging them in positive activities. The time that they would have used to be on the streets doing one negative thing or the other, they converted it to something meaningful. And we organized a music business training where we brought most of the top music business consultants in Nigeria, from Abuja, Lagos, Port Harcourt, Enugu, to teach people on the business aspect of music and entertainment. So we were able to train hundreds of youths. A lot of people realized what they were not doing well. So many of them, that seminar was a turning point in their career. And also, we were able to discover new talents. There are some of the people, some of our contestants that didn't make it to the grand finale, that are superstars in their church now. There are most of them that people in their street doesn't even know that they do. Yes. So most of them are superstars now in their immediate environment. So the benefits are so much but there are so much. There are a lot of benefits attached to it.
Okay. Do you think there was any negative impact?
Yes, we made a whole lot. We made mistakes. Okay. Do you understand? And we learned from our mistakes. There were a lot of discrepancies here and there. We will not deny that fact, and we are proud of it, because you learn from your mistakes, and without those mistakes, you won't get better.
Yeah.
So there were a whole lot of.
But you picked up your mistakes, and you still.
Yes.
That's the most important part of it. Wow. Okay. We'll go on a very short break. I'm sure you're already learning a lot. We'll be talking about one mic, and after the break, we'll talk about DonSeth himself. Stay tuned. Welcome back from the break. It's Timeout with Yhunix. My name is Yhunix, and I'm rolling with DonSeth. Of course, we're already having an awesome time, and I'm sure you too are having an awesome time, because I'm learning a lot. You know, you when you're planning something, you have a lot of challenges. You know, you get the positive impact and the negative impact, and those mistakes that you made actually like stuff that makes it what they are. Well, all you just need to do is wrap it all up and continue. Wow, it's been awesome having you. Thank you very much for coming once more. Okay, let's just get to our next question. You know how we roll. Okay, would you mind telling us, what you think would be the solution to the startup problems in Nigeria? Like a lot of people that have a vision and they want to start up, you know, all those challenges they have, and just tell us how you think they should go through it.
Okay, like I said earlier, on my social media handle, a few days ago, I wrote something. I think the problem we have, the startups have in the Southeast is commitments on the part of the government. Do you understand? Because for you to solve a problem, you should first of all accept that you have a problem. The truth is that there is development. Okay. There are a lot of development taking place in the Southeast, but a good number of them, a good percentage of it is in the negative. Okay. Do you understand? They are negative trend. Like if you observe, in the 21st century, money is no longer in shops and warehouses. Money is in systems. And if truth be told, IT, tech, media is the next oil. So, but the truth is that our people have not really started paying attention to these things. Even the government, they pay lip service to it. So the earlier we commit our money, our time, our goodwill to growing of startups, the better for us. Look at what Andela is doing in Lagos. They said that their vision is to raise 100,000 software developers across Africa in the next 10 years. That is huge. You know the ripple effect that it will really impact on the society. So if you have institutions like that with government providing funds and supporting them, it will really rub off on us. Like the government, what they call youth empowerment is not really youth empowerment. Giving somebody keke, bus, machete, and all those nonsense doesn't solve any problem in 21st century. They should invest their money in startups. You understand? So I think with that, we'll be able to develop positively.
Wow. Okay, you know, this angle you're just talking about government. There are a lot of people sitting at home that have great passion and great visions, and they're just looking for something. Probably they are thinking of money. They're looking for money to start up and all that. What would you advise them? What would you tell them to do?
Money is the
to
least.
Start up.
Money is the least for startup. Money is the least. All you need to do is to have a compelling vision and write it down. If you can pitch your idea very well, that is the fastest way to get investors. And most times you don't need to start waiting for Mark Zuckerberg to come and invest in your ideas. Your Mark Zuckerbergs are your friends. Yeah. Do you understand? I tell my friends, there's a principle I have. I tell my friends that the essence of friendship is to gather resources, do business, and share profit. Anything outside that count me off. Do you understand? You can gather together. This person is into IT. This person is into this person. Then come together, form something, then share the profit. So how to start is how to start. I started business with 1,500 naira. So I'm not kidding you.
I've already put that on that record.
Okay. So you don't need money to start.
Yeah.
When the initial budget for one mic was 11.4 million, then we did the second budgeting. It got to 16 point something million. We didn't have up to 100,000 in our account. But at the end of the day, we spent more than that, and look at it today. We are getting ready for the season 2. You don't need money to start. So it is only lazy people that complain about money. Money is everywhere. You don't need money. Money is the least of all the problems. So.
Okay, you've heard it from DonSeth, and I'm sure if you're a startup, you're something you want to start, of course, everybody has something that is unique to that person. All you just need to do is start something, start doing something about it. It's your vision, and nobody can carry it more than you. Like you said, nobody can be more passionate about your vision. So all you need to do is start somehow, start talking to friends and all that. Okay, is there anything you want to tell your fans?
The only thing I have to drop to you that is listening to us, don't ever give up. Don't give up. Don't lose yourself. Don't give up.
Yeah.
That is the secret.
Very simple and short. Don't give up. Keep pulling through. And now, of course, you know the part I love so much. We've got into that part where we get DonSeth to fail. And I said something the other day, you know, as I failed, I know that I'll have to pick up and okay, so DonSeth, are you ready to fail?
I've been failing since I was born, so I'm not afraid to fail.
Okay, it's our 2 minutes question. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. What is the beginning of eternity, the end of time, and the beginning of every ending?
What? Come again.
What is the beginning of eternity, the end of time, and the beginning of every ending?
That is God.
Wrong. What is the beginning of eternity, the end of time, and the beginning of every ending? Okay, he failed. I knew he would fail. E, the letter E, is the beginning of eternity.
Wow.
It is the end of time. Time ends with E, and the beginning of every ending. Okay, you know, he has failed, so probably next time he will get it.
Wow, pardon me, please.
Okay, we'll wrap it up right now. Thank you for staying with us. Of course, you know, it's Timeout with Yhunix, and my name is Yhunix. We've been rolling with DonSeth, and we've come to a close. Thank you very much for staying with us. And don't forget to follow us on our social media platforms. We're at Timeout with Yhunix on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And of course, you can get to put up your questions. Whatever question you would love to ask DonSeth, he just put it up on our social media platforms, and we'll get back to him to answer your question. Thank you very much for staying with us. I remain your delectable host, Yhunix. Catch you later.